Yana, welcome back to Vegas. Does it feel like a trip home when you're here, or are you all Florida now?
Yeah, we're coming here like every 2 or 3 months for my fight for Tiago, so we feel like second home.
Very nice. Listen, a couple of wins in a row now, 4-1 in the last five. I mean, it's a nice time in your career. What is the feel? What does the flow feel like for you right now?
Um, I feel good about this. I think I'm improved so much after we moved to Florida and start training American top team, and I think it's a good time for me to keep moving up.
And you get this matchup with Irene, who's coming off a loss, but they were talking about maybe a title shot for her. So, what did you think when you offered this as the fight?
First, I'm so happy that the UFC always give me opportunity to fight opponent who hire me in ranking, and I think she will be so motivated after loss, and I'm so excited for this fight.
Stylistically, what do you make of her? Everybody talks about her boxing. Is that the one thing you worry about with her?
Yeah, I think she's a good boxer, but in this level, everyone very good rounded, so we prepare for everything, like always.
And it's back in front of a full arena again, a Conor McGregor crowd. I mean, it's going to be amazing. So, does that add something to the feel for you?
I used to enjoy so much this time was when there was no people. For me, if only me and my opponent, it will be like perfect scenario. But it is what it is.
What did you enjoy about it? Was it just less nerves, or being able to hear the coaches, or what was it?
No, first, yes, I can hear my corner better, and I'm just person like this wherever I am. I prefer like less people. I feel more comfortable.
Like I said, they were talking about Aldana maybe getting a title shot. Are you thinking with a win here that you should be in that discussion for title shot as well?
I think yes, but there's Miesha Tate come back, so we will see what happened after her fight. I really would like. I saw video she called me out, and maybe if we both win these fights, maybe it will be interesting matchup.
Nice. Did y'all train together?
We train a little bit. We're like good with each other. We like roll a little and train conditional, but it's fight. It's not personal. I'm so much respect her, and but I really would like to have this fight.
Do you want to fight her because she's a big star, or because you know you got the better of her in the gym?
No, like everything. I really like her personality, and I think she have big name, and it's gonna be an interesting fight.
Yeah, no question. Well, there's a lot of possibilities. So, what's the goal here on Saturday? Is it just to win, or do you feel like you need to do something, special or spectacular so that they want to give you a matchup like that?
Um, yeah, sure. I would like to have like a excited fight, and but we will see how things going. And I'm not always not look over fight wherever it will be like next opponent. I'm focusing on Irene now.
Yana, over here. Irene was out here earlier, and she said in her last fight against Holly Holm, she hadn't recovered from COVID. She had like a hurt foot. She wasn't 100%. When you were watching that fight, could you tell something was off in her performance while watching it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think biggest trouble what she had, her game plan didn't work, and she didn't try to change it, or maybe she didn't find like was a little bit like lost about this, and she tried to keep do things what not work, and I think it was biggest problem. She tried to follow, and it didn't work, and. Maybe I didn't hear her corner, but people say that they didn't do good job and didn't give good advices. Maybe this part too about this, but I'm sure she's gonna be prepared better for this fight.
She also said that she took away is even though that was her worst performance, she didn't get finished. She still fought for 25 rounds. So outside of like her boxing and striking and everything, do you think her toughness would be her biggest strength coming into this fight?
Yeah, absolutely. She, as I remember, she never was finished in all her career, and I think it's showing so much her toughness. But we prepare for this.
Yana, over here. In your last fight, you won the fight primarily, fighting off of your back. So in this matchup where Irina is a great boxer, you're kind of hoping maybe you could show off some of your top game a little bit more?
Sorry again.
Your top game on the ground, are you hoping to show that off a little bit more?
Yeah, but I'm striker too, and but I like wrestling, I like grappling, and who knows where fight will be. But I'm sure I'm better in all aspects.
And you've had a good lengthy career at this point now. I'm just curious, what would you say has been the biggest learning experience for you in your career?
Biggest learning experience? You mean?
In your career so far.
I'm not so good at understand question. Sorry.
Maybe a moment that stands out the most to you that was like a turning point in your career.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest point was first fight in UFC because it was short notice with Cyborg, like moving weight up for title fight. It was like crazy emotional for me, and I think after this I learned how to control myself more, and it's helped a lot in the next fights.
And you started your career out, fighting everywhere around in Europe. So I'm just kind of curious, when you look back on that time now, what do you remember most about the early days in your career?
I think it was so different, like everything was different level and different opportunities. It's why I had big break, like 4 or 5 years, because you have to train so hard, but it's like crazy low money, and it's like not pay off. But after UFC start make female fights, everything change and level of female MMA grows so high. So I think it's the biggest difference.
Best of luck, Yana.
Thank you.
Yeah, Yana over here. You work at American Top Team. Can I ask, do you do a lot of sparring or specific training with Amanda Nunes?
No, I think I just saw her in gym a few times. Absolutely separate training. She's training separate of everyone.
Is that because, obviously you're in a division where you might eventually get the fight, or is that just a different decision?
Yes, absolutely, because we're close to each other and it's this fight possible.
Thank you.